just want to share a message with y'all and just remind y'all keep believing in God and understand and realize and know that God created so many solutions to every problem that you may be facing. Keep your focus and your faith on Him, because one thing the enemy wants you to do is take your focus and your faith and your attention off of God. I've watched God work miracles in my life just by saying yes. Even before I said yes, He was still working miracles, but the miracles heightened to a whole new level once I said yes. I mean, you know, with being a part of God's chosen is most likely the one who is supposed to be the sacrifice. Is the one who's supposed to be the sacrifice. The one who's the chain breaker. The one who isn't afraid to speak up. The one who isn't afraid to stand up for what's right and go against that demonic family structure. I mean, I've watched God create doors where there was no door. I've watched God be so patient with me, even in times where I was rejecting Him. He still was patient with me. He still loved me. He still stayed close to me. And He ended up blessing me with beyond more than what I expected, just because I said yes. For anyone who's in that darkness and they don't see a way out, understand that sometimes the blessings that God has for you, it's not going to be obvious. It's not going to always come in a package you expected it to come in. Because God will answer your prayers, but God will test you to see how bad you really want that change. And I've experienced that too. And I've had moments where in the beginning, I wasn't making the right choices. I was failing the test. But as I started to get to know God more, that's when I started passing and unlocking the doors to more blessings. And then it was just getting to the point where it's like the blessings were coming back to back. God helped me get through every door that I needed to get through. It's like He always kept the door open for me. It's like He carried me through the doors. And even when times where I wanted to give up, He stayed with me. So I'm telling y'all, do not give up on God. God already knows your whole story. God knew how the enemy was going to come after you. He knew his plans. He knew his tactics, his tricks, his schemes. God already knew. God understood what the enemy was going to do. But God created solutions for your problems that the enemy does not know about. He created ways for you to get through the enemy. And remember, the enemy is already defeated. We're going against somebody who's already defeated. But even though he is defeated, it does not mean he won't try to tear us down. Because at the end of the day, he is going to try to bring as many people down with him as possible. Walking with God has definitely changed my life in ways that I did not expect. It's like God went above and beyond for me, and it's like God let me know, and not only did he let me know, he showed me that I am favored. And sometimes I still wonder, like, what did I do to deserve all of this? What did I do to deserve such help? I'm telling you, God loves you on a level that you can't comprehend. And God loves you on a level that he won't give up on you. He will not give up on you. So I just wanted to remind y'all, keep believing in God. One thing with evil and one thing with the enemy will make sense of things. And he'll stay in your ear and try to make you be like, you know what? Let me just end it all. And what many people don't understand is that don't fix the problem. It just opened the door for more problems. Keep your trust and your faith in God. With God, you're going to go through storms, you're going to go through trials, you're going to face challenges, but it's not to hurt you, it's not to break you, it's to strengthen you. And you also have to remember that God is with you. And I think that's the part that many people forget, is that God is with you, because they don't see somebody, they feel like, they're in it alone. No, God is with you. God is with you. God is with you through the storm. You just keep trusting and believing and having faith in him. He can get you through any problem, any situation, whatever it is you're dealing with. Another thing, I don't want to make this video too long, but another thing is, one thing with God, like I said, God creates so many solutions. We, in our carnal minds, we just think of one or two ways of how an issue can be fixed. And sometimes those ways that we think of seem impossible. It seems like we'll need a miracle. But God has a ton of ways to fix your one problem. This is why one of the reasons why we need to keep our focus and our attention on him. Sometimes I have to catch myself, especially like if I'm getting too caught up in, things of the world. Sometimes I have to, check myself and, turn that TV off or put the phone to the side and get back in alignment, get back in order with God. And one thing about me, talking with me, I'm always going to include God. If you don't want to hear about God, you ain't going to. You may not want to talk to me, but I'm always going to include God. I'm always going to include the spiritual aspect, because the spirit realm is more real than the physical. And that's what people don't understand. The spirit realm is more real. God is more real than all of us. But yeah, I just wanted to share that message with y'all. All right. God bless y'all and stay positive.